Hey Team Eqrrc, this is Coach West with your Sunday video, and we are one day past running Newport Coast Drive, which we did yesterday on Saturday in beautiful weather. I had the opportunity to see a couple of you guys today, and it sounds like it was just what we thought it would be, a very challenging run. And then to make matters worse, I said it was probably going to be 6 miles. It was more like 7.5 from what I understand. In the end, like I said yesterday, it proved 2 points. You guys are a lot stronger than you think sometimes, and just because you have a certain mental barrier, you can usually break through it. And sometimes I'm a big fat liar, and I'm going to try not to do that ever again. But the good thing is that if it was really that long, which I'm sure it was, you'll be more than aptly prepared for this weekend's long run, because we're going to come back this coming Saturday with an 8-mile long slow distance run, and it'll be another beautiful course. We're going to start in Corona del Mar at PCH and Avocado and just run all the way down to the end of Crystal Cove and run back, and that'll put us at 8 miles. So definitely a lot fewer hills, a lot more flats, and a lot of time just to kind of relax. But let's talk about the rest of the week real quick. This coming Monday, we're going to switch the program a little bit. If you have one of the older versions of the program that says that we're going to do a tempo run, we're going to change that up a little bit. So make sure you check out the attachment to this email, because it has the newest form of our program. And tomorrow's going to be a timed 5K, so it's just 3.1 miles. If you can get it done outdoors, awesome. If you're going to do it on the treadmill, that's fine as well. I want you to use these as markers, temperature gauges for yourself, to make sure that you're making progression with your speed as our program moves along. Within our 12-week program, there should be about 3 to 4 of those timed 5Ks, and you really want to use it to kind of get into that groove of what a race might feel like, even though it's a shorter distance. So having that intensity there the entire time during the 5K would be ideal. So that's our Monday workout. Our Thursday workout will meet indoors again. We've got about another week until daylight savings time comes around, and I do promise pretty soon we will get you guys out on the track, but this Thursday will be indoors. And then, like I said already, on Saturday we'll do an 8-mile distance run. Now this is going to be another one of those runs where we're going to be out there longer than an hour most likely, so we're going to really want to make sure that we're taking in both fluids and calories while we're on the run. So that's what I want to talk about real briefly as the focus for this Sunday's message. So the idea of taking in fluids is just to keep you hydrated more than anything else. Now, your body's thirst mechanism actually lags behind its hydration status. So the minute you're feeling thirsty, you're actually already dehydrated. And at that point, you're probably going to have your performance start to slip by anywhere from 2 to 5%. So we really want to avoid that spot. So there's some pretty easy general rules of thumb that you can use. The first is that you're going to carry fluids with you, obviously, either in the form of a belt, a handheld water bottle, it could be a backpack like a Camelback. Whatever method you find works best, use that. And then once you are running, I would start at about the 30-minute mark to start taking in fluids at the absolute latest. If you're used to taking in fluids a little earlier, go right ahead. But once you start that fluid intake, you're probably going to do somewhere around 2 to 3, maybe even 4 sips, because you want to take in about 4 to 5 ounces in that first intake at about 30 minutes at the latest. After that, you're going to continue with that same dosage, but probably go about every 15 minutes. So if we're out there this weekend for 75 minutes, you'll do about 4 ounces, 3 to 4 different times. You're probably going to take in somewhere around 12 to 16 fluid ounces. Now, it's your choice as far as what you're using. For me, I prefer just water. I feel like it works pretty easily. It keeps me cool. It keeps my thirst levels down. Some people use other Gatorades, or Goo has a product that they call Goo Brew, and every company has their own. For me, if I am going to use an electrolyte replacement, I like Cytomax, and I think their lemon lime flavor tastes really good. Find what works best for you. Experiment a little bit. If you go to Runner's World, again, we have that extra 10% discount. You can find every different variety under the sun. And you can also ask some of your teammates, because we have some really experienced people on our team that I'm sure have used almost everything out there. So that's fluids. As far as food goes, calories, you really want to start taking in things when you're going longer than 60 minutes, and you'll probably start at about the 45-minute mark to start replacing some of those calories. Now, you can use anything from gels. Powerade makes a really good one. You can use bars. You can use, for me, I just prefer a Cliff Bar, something that's actually a little bit thicker that I can actually chew. That feels better rather than trying to take down more of a gel. But again, experiment, figure out what works best for you. Now with the food, usually the scenario I see is people actually eat too little. So I would get in the practice, if you are going to do a goo or a gel, do at least half at the 45-minute mark, and then do another half at about 20 to 30 minutes later. I have never seen somebody take in too many calories, but I've seen way too many people take in too few calories, and then they hit the proverbial wall, quote unquote, where their calorie deficit is so low that they start getting a little shaky. I would rather you get in the practice of finding out just how much you need, and even taking a little bit more than you think you might need early on. So hopefully that gives you some general guidelines. I'll attach a couple of resources to this email that you can check out if you want some more information. You can always email me, stop me after class on Thursday, whatever you feel like you need to do, just so we find the right plan for you. All right? Well, thanks for sitting through this. Great job this past Saturday on a tough workout. It'll be a little bit easier this coming week, I think. All right, have a good rest of your Sunday. Talk to you soon.